Today, we're going to talk about a tool that has nothing to do with being a great artist, but everything to do with unlocking your best ideas. It's called low-fidelity sketching, and the real magic here is that it's all about getting your thoughts out fast, not making them look pretty.
You know that feeling, right? You're staring at a blank page or a new project file, and there's just this incredible pressure for whatever you do first to be amazing. That pressure can totally freeze you up before you even start.
And yeah, there's a name for this. It's that little voice in your head whispering, "Nope, not good enough," that makes you want to polish an idea before it's even had a chance to breathe. But there is a way out.
And this is it. This is where low-fidelity sketching comes in to save the day. The whole concept is to be quick, cheap, and totally flexible. You're not aiming for a final masterpiece. You're just splashing around with possibilities, with absolutely zero commitment.
This brings us to the first huge benefit, and that is freedom. The second you stop worrying about getting it perfect, you open up this amazing space to just experiment and really play with your ideas.
And you can see how all of these things are connected, right? Because sketching is so fast and cheap. I mean, we're talking about a pen and paper here. You completely lose that fear of changing things, or even just tossing an idea out and starting over. What's really cool is that the physical act of drawing can actually bypass the super rigid, analytical part of our brain that complex software tends to light up. And that creates the perfect playground for divergent thinking, letting you explore tons of different, even kind of wild ideas all at once.
This quote just nails a key psychological advantage. Look, when you've spent hours or even days on a super detailed design, you get attached to it, even if it has problems. But a messy 5-minute sketch, it has no power over you. You're focused on the idea, not the artifact itself.
So all this freedom to experiment naturally leads us to our next point. Sketches aren't just for you. They are incredible tools for talking about your ideas and working together. This simple loop right here is basically an engine for making progress super fast. You sketch out a rough idea, you show it to someone, and you just ask, "Hey, what do you think of this?" You get immediate feedback, you can tweak the drawing right there, maybe you compare it to another quick sketch. This whole cycle can happen in minutes, not days or weeks.
And that feedback can come from literally anywhere: your teammates, your boss, and most importantly, the people who will actually use your thing. A sketch is so approachable and informal that it invites really honest feedback. Nobody's afraid of hurting the feelings of a simple drawing. So here's the bottom line. All of this early feedback saves you a massive amount of work later on. You're figuring out the big problems first, making sure that your final design direction is solid right from the get-go.
And that brings us to the third big advantage of sketching. It forces you to think about the skeleton of your idea long before you ever think about its clothes. I mean, think about it. When you've just got a pen, you can't really get bogged down with fonts, colors, or pixel-perfect layouts. It naturally pushes you to think about the bigger, more fundamental questions first. This comparison makes it so clear. With low fidelity, you're asking, where does this piece of information go? What's the logical flow for the user? But with high fidelity, you're focused on the polish. You absolutely have to answer those first questions before the second set even matters. At the end of the day, sketching is really a tool for clarity. By stripping away all the visual noise, you're forced to face the core of your design and justify why every single element is even there.
So where does all this fit into the grand scheme of things? Right here. It is the essential first step you take after you get that initial spark of an idea. It's what turns a fuzzy concept into something with a tangible structure. And this is its most critical role. It's not just about drawing. It is the bridge that takes you from the chaos of brainstorming to the order of a concrete plan. You could easily argue it's one of the most important steps in the entire creative process.
So I'll just leave you with this thought. The next time you feel stuck, don't try to build something perfect. Just grab a pen, make a mess, and see what you find. Because your next breakthrough idea might not be waiting for polish. It might just be waiting to be sketched out.